So guys, I'm excited to help finish up the mastering the skills of a party. There's 4 parts of the party. We talked about opening it like a pro. Last week, we talked about the magic in the middle. And today we're gonna really bring it all together with the table close and then the individual consultation. I'm gonna talk about the table close. And this flip chart is so great. So top left on your flip chart tells you what section those words are to support that section of your presentation. Something that Joanna and I did for you, and this is something that I have done. Maybe, I don't know if Joe's done it completely, but we helped you create a 3 ways sheet. And this has been a conversation we've had for a long time. If you're in my unit, on the other side, I have put our set sheet. And how we've been using it here in San Diego has really been to talk about this in the very beginning as we do our opening it like a pro. And then as we get into the magic of the middle, the presentation, I just have them turn it over. I have a Sharpie. Let's see, where my little Sharpie? They get a Sharpie at their seat, and I say, okay, guys, we're going to go through the queen of everything. You have a Sharpie. I want you to circle things that you love, the way it feels. If there's anything you'd like to see improved with the product, please write it down, because Mary Kay listens. So they're actively writing on their sheet with an expo marker. And the magic of this, you guys, was really because I was working with some new people who didn't have sales background, didn't feel comfortable. I think that's the hardest part when you come into Mary Kay. You may be like me, who I didn't want to become a salesperson. It wasn't what attracted me to the business, but I understand that everything is sales. Even a nurse has to talk about your follow-up appointment, which is going to cost you $30 copay, by the way. So they're pushing all that kind of stuff because they need a job. So let's not forget, everyone is in sales. And when I shared this in the very beginning, they could see the prices. It just, for me, it became a lot more authentic, and it didn't make the ending weird. Okay, so y'all with me here? You may not do this, but it started to create a shift in our consultants, feeling that they could really enjoy the whole process. And the table close wasn't that, okay, now we're going to come in for the kill. We're going to try to, pull one over on you. And then, of course, that individual consultation is a lot more comfortable, because it's really a, hey, let's talk privately to find out when you want to do your checkup appointment. And then if you have private questions, we can talk about that too. So it's not about sales, it's about you and your skin needs and what's next. Always, always, always. Next session, especially in a short period of time. Getting together for something, that's where the beauty experience concept came from, and it's backed by Eric Worre's whole method of becoming a master in network marketing, or we are dual marketing, but we're still in the network marketing umbrella, is exposure, short time, another exposure. So we educate, we offer at the exposure, and we invite them to the next exposure of our products or our company. And so they build this trust, not just with us, but also with the products as well as the company. And that's how the process works. So you always want to think, how am I going to have that next exposure, next opportunity or session? So let me tell you, as you are wrapping it up as a table close, at the moment where we have completed the fabulous game, we've done the referrals, we have completed whatever dash out the door makeover that we have done. Maybe you're just doing foundation, that's fine. You do not have to do any more. And Joanna talked about how she really saw some decrease in sales in her skincare sets when she did the glamour. So really be careful, because the last thing they try on their face, I was taught, is what they're going to want to go home with. So we want them to fall in love with the skincare sets. And can we just give a high five to Dee, who sold another microdermabrasion out of her car today. She has been selling those like crazy, and she's seeing the benefit financially of moving this product. So that's what we want for all of you. So at that moment where their skin is great, they have done the referral game, Now we're ready to transition into the review and the table close. So I'd actually like to have Joanna do this review because she's so good with the review and how she says it. And then I'm going to come back and share how I bring the sets into it. So Joe, I'm putting you on the spot, but will you please do your hand review?
So it's really important, guys, that you don't do set in hands at the beginning. When people walk into my appointments, I'm matching up foundation, introducing everybody, I'm trying to love on them and be calm and everything, and not be floating around and everything, but really just loving on them, shaking their hands, saying hello. And I have to tell you, I have seen Andrea do this. I have seen Amy do this. I've seen Alice do this. I've seen Zulema do this. I've seen Debbie Walder do this. You guys are pros at making people feel so welcome because you're so organized. And so you can really focus on those people and say, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you supporting. And it's our hostess. But when I get to, and this is what I was doing halfway through the appointment and then doing glamour, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to the old way. So at the end of the appointment, what I do is I have them put their right hand down in front of them, and I make sure it's their right hand. And I say, okay, so I just want to quickly review the TimeWise 3D or the Value Firm or whatever you're doing, but it's usually the TimeWise 3D. Just put a little bit of that cleanser on the back of your hand, and let's use just a little bit of water. That's great. Now wipe that off. That's just all you do with that twice a day. And I talk as if it's already in their bathroom. You're just going to reach for it. You're going to put it on your cleansing brush, splash some water on your face, apply your cleanser all over your face with your cleansing brush, rinse one water on it, and then go over your face with a warm washcloth. And then the next step you're going to go to every day is your day cream. So let's just put a little bit of day cream on there. And we don't have an eye on the back of our hand, so we're not going to use the eye cream, but let's just use a little bit of that foundation. I want to warn you as you're putting that foundation on, because they're doing it as I'm doing it. Okay, as you put that foundation on, your foundation is not going to match the back of your hand because my hand and my face are completely different colors. But I want you to tell me, how does it feel? Just one or two words. How does it feel? Smooth, nice, oh, pretty. Okay, great. So if your right hand represents your skin with Mary Kay, your left hand would represent your skin just every day. So let's just put a little bit of foundation on the back of your left hand. How does that feel? And they go, ugh. Ew. You guys try this tonight before you go to bed. They'll go, it sticks. And I say, you know what? That's why it's so important that you prepare the skin before you start putting makeup and foundation on it. So I have to ask you, and I go up to the most cynical person there, okay? The person who sat like this the whole time. And I say, may I have your hands? And they'll go, sure. And I go, do you want to be right with your skin, or do you want to be left behind? And ladies, I know that's funny and it's kind of corny, but I just want to emphasize to you that I would rather you just invest a little bit today in taking care of your skin than $500-600 in all the cosmetics. Because if you don't take care of what's underneath it, all the makeup in the world isn't going to look good.
Fabulous. Okay. So I'm going to keep going on this. Just to give you an example, one national sales director once taught, now we had a different miracle set, so our miracle set was a little different, but she talked about how the, this would be our cleanser and our day cream, or our cleanser and our night cream. She talked about how that was brushing your teeth every single morning and every single night. It was good hygiene. So it'd be good hygiene, just like brushing your teeth for your teeth. That would be good hygiene for good skin. But if you want to get a little bit of the, extra in there, you might even want to brighten up the teeth. That's where microdermabrasion comes in. It would be equal to your flossing and your teeth whitening on a weekly or daily basis for flossing. So I think that it's very important to think about how you can relate it. People like related stories or connections. One other one that Joe has taught me is baking a cake. You can have your miracle set or the cleanser. Some people just do cleanser. You can have that. However, when you're using the products and investing in the products together, it would be like having a cake where you are using eggs and having it all come together. it's going to be a great cake. If you just do one item from Sephora, one item from Target, one item from Walmart, I have no idea how it's going to interact on your skin. It's almost like chemical warfare. It would be like having a cake without the eggs. Now you can put all the icing you want on it, but when you go to eat it, are you gonna have the most amazing cake? No. You've just covered it all up with some kind of icing. Well, that would be makeup. We want the cake to be amazing, even if you choose to not have icing. Y'all getting this? So when you learn different stories, you find out which one sort of works. You're not gonna tell them all at the same time, but you wanna connect. So at this point, I would say, you guys, I'm so excited. We have allowed you to be pampered totally head to toe. The satin hands can be used on your feet, but it never can be used on your face. So I actually tell them at that moment where we have our hands are dirty, I say in just a minute, you're going to experience satin hands. So my satin hands is at the very end, but it is before they fill out their survey. So I am telling them that we have some specials in case you got really excited throughout this process and you really want to go home with the products. I'm going to share with you how you can do that. So throughout the party you've been seeing, we've got some different specials. I want to start with the queen of everything. If you've enjoyed your whole experience, and if you're like me, I like the best deals ever. This, my friend, is your new best friend. You got to learn to romance it a little bit. A lot, actually. And so I sort of hug her. I used to name her. I used to call her Kathy, and then I would say, she's your new best friend. Woo! And I'm super corny. And then I stand up and I say, you guys. Okay, sorry, you're not going to see my face. I'll have to squatch. I say, she's like your best friend. She goes with you everywhere. She'll hang like the best of them, right? You can even put her on a tree. When I was in the field, I put it on the tree. The best part, she's transparent. You can take the parts you love, leave the parts you don't, which for my BFF, I love it all. So anyhow, I'm just having fun with the bag. And make sure my young kiddo's not listening. But Amy, your little one's not around, is it? Is she? Okay. So one time I even say, you guys, when I saw this bag, I had to have everything because this bag is so amazing. And the bag price is like at $98 over at Neiman Marcus, just so you know. And theirs doesn't even come off. So our bag is a gift for purchase. So this is for the woman who just has to have it all and deserves to be totally organized, save time, you're together. And when your husband calls you and says, honey, I'm going to take you away for the weekend, you're all ready to go. You throw in your panties, you roll up, you're out the door. So I did this at a party once. And this 70, maybe 90-year-old lady, she said, why do you need the panties? Like, I love our job. I love our job. So this is for those, and then I say, and if you haven't had your husband call you and tell you he's taking you away, it's because you don't have your bag. So this is everything you have. Here's the thing, you guys. I can customize specifically for you. So as I go through this queen of everything, if you feel like you don't need the foundation primer, you feel like you don't need the foundation brush, no problem. You can substitute it for something else. The skincare is the most important thing, and that goes in pocket number 1. So this is your 3D, and this one right here is, and I'm going right here, microdermabrasion, your foundation primer, your foundation, the picture of foundation, yep, it's there too, and the brush. This right here is your mascara, your eyeshadow, your cream to powder, which is switching, but still, and your lip gloss, so your dash out the door. And down here is your satin hands. You've got everything to be totally 100% looking great, feeling great, head to toe. So this one you save over $50. Now notice, I say dollars with some emphasis. And then I say, but the great thing is because we're not paying advertisement for Sephora, we are not paying rent at Ulta, we get to pass on that savings, and so you get it for $2.99. Now, here's my favorite part. Anybody like free? Remember earlier we told you you can earn the products? So if you need to have any kind of payments, I'll help you fit it into your budget. Don't worry, I have a husband will never know plan. I know, right? He does it too. And so I'll help you do that. And at your individual consultation, we'll find out your second appointment, your beauty session, and we can invite some friends, and you can even eliminate a second payment. That's what I did. So I tell them that this is the queen of everything, the woman who wants it all. If that just doesn't float your boat, if we take away the satin hands, we take away the dash out the door, you're left with the most important part of skincare, your 3D and your choice, a microdermabrasion and a CC cream. And the bag is also part of the gift. So this one is a little less of a deal, but you get over $225 worth of our products for only $199. Again, if you break it, it's just 2 payments of $100. So we'll work with you on your whole, on your budget. Last but not least, you guys, if we just take away this, and sometimes I'll even just take it, go put the bag away, and now they're getting like, this is not the right bag, so just imagine this is 3D. The 3D normally, you guys, normally, individually would be $124. So it's an amazing special that we do for $110. However, today only, you have a $99 special. So you can get it for $99. So you're saving on top of the set price, you're saving an extra $10. And that would be simply 2 payments of $50. So we're gonna go and experience satin hands. When we come back, I've got a questionnaire, and it is, gang, this is what I use, my skincare survey. On the back side, I have to print it, but on this side would be their fabulous friends, their referral sheet. So if you don't have this, you can use the back of your profile card, but I would work on better questions because I don't like the questions on the profile card. So you can write these down just in case you never print. Excuse me, for years, I just had them write the answers to these questions on the back of the customer profile card where the pink box is. I would have them come back from Satin Hands and I say, okay, you guys, I've got to ask these questions, and you just write down the answer and we'll go over them at your consultation. So you can ask those questions, but they go wash their hands and they come back, they're loving it all, they're feeling great, all the foundation is off, and then you can ask them these questions. So let's just go through this survey. This is also in the flip chart. So Joe, will you just show them where, actually, this is your portion. I'm sorry. I got to turn it over.
You're good.
So now Joe is going to do the survey, which is the individual consultation.
Okay, well, first, the lead into individual consultations, you guys, I'm just reading this, okay? And I may not do it exactly like this depending on who I've got there, but this is really good. Okay, who likes party favors? Well, I've got a party favor for everyone. I'm going to give you each a special color card that has 3 eyeshadows, a cheek color, and a lipstick, and you can play with it when you get home. Those are just our color cards, okay? I have so enjoyed being here today with you fabulous women. I hope you've had fun too. And Alice, thank you so much for being such a great hostess. I would really value all of your opinions about the Mary Kay products you tried. So please take a few minutes to answer the questions on the back of your customer profile. And by the way, the things that Andrea is talking about, we will have it at the top of our Shite Family Superstars Facebook page tonight under files, okay? So it'll be at the tippy top. All right, so we're gonna start the individual consultations now. Pick your most energetic guest. Oh my gosh, Joan, you're first. So excited. Grab your purse, your customer profile, and your placemat, and we'll be back in a minute. Alice, this would be a great time to serve refreshments. Okay? Y'all, I just read it. Okay, I just did it with a Southern accent. All right. So here is closing the sale. And you guys, this is so David Cooper because Mary Kay loved David Cooper. And it's all open-ended questions. So it's, did you have a good time today or tonight? Just memorize these. Did you have a good time today? Okay. How does your face feel? And you touch your own face. How does your face feel? Ooh, okay. Do you have any questions for me as your personal beauty consultant? Do you have any questions for me as your personal beauty consultant. So tell me, what did you like best about the Time Wise Miracle Set 3D? What did you like best? I like the cleanser, I like that belt, or I like the microdermabrasion, whatever. Did you circle your favorite sets on your placemat? Now, if money were no object, what set would you take home with you today? And what are you most comfortable taking home with you? You guys stop talking at that point. Stop talking. We are looking at someone thinking they don't have any money, or they aren't going to buy, or we're embarrassed to ask for the sale. I'm going to tell you guys something. If I were to go to a local boutique and one of you guys worked there, and I walked in and said, Amy, I need to find a super cute dress for a wedding I'm going to next month. And we chit-chatted, how are the kids, how are the husbands, how's everything going, talk about the weather, I'm trying dresses on. We picked a favorite dress, we're like, that's perfect. And then what? She says, okay, bye. And we just leave the dress hanging there? She's gonna say, okay, so Joanna, how do you want to pay for that? Is that your favorite dress? Is that the one you see yourself wearing at the wedding? Yes. How do you want to pay for that? You guys, there's nothing wrong with asking for the sale. They want the product. Mm-hmm. It's a fabulous product. Okay. So is there anything else you'd like to add after and I do this every time. I don't know why I'm reading it. Is there anything else you'd like to add? You know, you said you really like the mascara. I've heard Amy do this too. She's amazing at it. You know, you really like that lip gloss. I don't want you to get home and go, why didn't I get that lip gloss? Okay. Well, how do you want to take care of this? We take Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, cash, or your firstborn. Whichever you'd like to do is fine with me. Okay, that makes them laugh. Okay, then the next thing you're going to do is book the follow-up facial with friends. Very good, Dre. Follow-up facial with friends. Okay, now, for your follow-up appointment, which is best for you, morning, afternoon, or evening? Okay, I have Friday morning, the 13th, Friday the 13th, in March. Will that work for you? Great. And then I'm not even going to read this anymore. I'm just going to tell you this is exactly what I say. Have you thought about who you want to share your follow-up appointment with? Because we want to make sure it's fun. So people who are fun and people who are going to be excited about seeing you look so fabulous. Who's in your tribe? Who's part of your support system? Who needs a little bit of pampering? And I make sure she understands you are the only one that's going to receive the advanced makeover. I will show up 30 minutes early. I'll have your colors all picked out. We'll do your makeover. And as your guests arrive, then they will be going ooh and ah and look at how amazing you look. And they'll get the dash out the door look. Isn't that great? You're going to be queen for the day. It's going to be so awesome. And you guys, I have very significant pauses that I use as I'm making eye contact with her and I'm making sure she's excited. If she's super shy, like y'all saw Jennifer's picture on the Facebook page, she's super shy. And I said, Jennifer, I'm going to do a look just for you. And you're going to look so fabulous. And all of your family and friends are going to be like, we want to look like her. And she goes, oh no, they would never say that. And I said, okay, well, they'll just be jealous that your lipstick looks good. And she goes, oh, okay. Super shy, super quiet. She doesn't want to be queen for a day. She doesn't want to be in the spotlight. So I said, I tell you what, why don't we do this? I'll show up early and do your makeover, and you'll be my assistant. And you can help me with the washcloths and picking everything up at the end. She goes, I'll do that. That sounds good. Whereas my customer, Lisa, is like, yeah, I want the look. I want to look great. And everybody else can just put on lip balm. Yep, that's what I want. I'm going to look good in front of my girlfriends. You've got to go with the personality, okay? Because some people like the spotlight and some people just want to serve. And I think that that's beautiful either way. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy that. Okay. All right. So I think it's super important too that you always end your appointment by saying, I really would love to give you some information on the career opportunity. If not for you, then someone you love. My director has made just a really outrageous funny little video, and there's 3 questions she asked in it. Is there any reason why you couldn't watch this video in the next 24 hours? Answer the questions, and then I'll just do a quick 5-minute follow-up with you just to see if you have any questions or who you're thinking of would be really good at starting their own business. I don't necessarily ask them, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Because once someone has the facts, then they're excited about it for themselves. And how many of y'all had that done to you? It was kind of taken away from you. Andrea, you better raise your hand.
I was waiting because I'm like, can I tell my story? Joanna.
I ignored her.
Turned her back to me. I said, oh, yeah, no, I don't think it would be for me. Unless, and she went, oh. And she turned to Jennifer Hampton, who said, oh, sounds fun. And she signed up, and I was pissed. Pardon my French. I was like, give me that stupid piece of paper.
You guys, I'm
telling
you, when we push, people pull back. But when we pull back, they lean in. And we honestly don't believe that this is for everybody. I believe everybody would be a better person if they were in Mary Kay for a year. You'll learn people skills, you'll learn confidence, you'll learn money management, time management.
Oh, if you show up.
If you show up. But you know what? It's not for everybody. And people do come and go in this business, but they come and go in everything. I had people in my sorority in college that dropped out of college. They still showed up for the parties. I'm like, why are you here? So you know what, guys? It's not for everybody, but your job is to share the product and the career opportunity and let them make a decision. Okay. All right. Andrea has a super fun challenge.
Oh, but hold on. But before we go, you guys really need to have whatever your hostess program is. You need to be able to know what then to say when they say, okay, I'll bring some friends. What do I get? Like, you need to know. And if you have not looked, Joe, I think you have something. This is My Hostess Rewards.
We do exactly what you do.
Okay, great. So just review what I learned this from Tracy Chavez, top director in Tucson, not Phoenix, Tucson. It's called the 4-Pillar Hostess Program. Now, here's why I share this, and I wanted to take a minute, because the U+2 and the U+5, as Dee and I went over this, you are not out much money as a consultant. And this was very helpful for me, because when you're giving a portion of sales, then there is that feeling that some hostesses don't want to do it because they don't want their friends to be forced to buy. So there is no obligation. So at the very bottom, it actually says, invite those friends who are overworked, overstressed, and under-pampered. Okay, use those words a lot. Hey, girlfriend, I was thinking about you because I think that you are overworked, overstressed, and underpampered. Am I right? Well, we're doing a pampering. Would you love to come? We're doing a beauty experience. And then it says, it is totally complimentary, but we are good at tempting. Tell your friends that tell your friends that just for them coming, you earn free stuff. There's no obligation. I say this all the time. No obligation. If you love it, great. If not, no big deal. Like, those are phrases. Let them roll off your tongue. So this is great because they know exactly what qualifies. It does not qualify for a 12-year-old or a 2-year-old to come and have her skincare done. It has to be a woman over, I say over 21. Some people say over 18, but that's important. I've always said fun, fabulous, and free. She does not have a Mary Kay girl. She is free from working with another Mary Kay girl. They can come, they just don't count towards the 2 or count towards the 5, okay? She'll be able to go back to her Mary Kay lady, but she can come to the party. She just doesn't count. Y'all understand that? But let me tell you what is up here. And when you hand this to her, if there is no time at the party, you set up, again, that next exposure, you set up a quick chat, a coaching chat in the next 24 hours. When do you have like 2 or 3 minutes? I can go over this reward system so you know exactly what you get for free. Okay, you set it up. Well, if you set that up, one of the rewards is when I hand you a list of 15 names in the first 48 hours, I get a free eyeshadow. So you're going to be following up within 48 hours because you want to give her her first free gift, or at least check it off. This one right there, holding the appointment on the original date. So helpful, so your parties and your hard work don't fall off the date book. So she gets half off an item. You're not losing out, you guys. Half off an item just for holding that party on the original date. The next one, I'm sorry, up here, this was hold party. Half off another item when she has $100 in outside sales before the party. You guys, this is her getting people across the country to visit your website, to place their orders. You're going to make sure that she knows how to accept those orders. You might give her sales slips, or nowadays just write it down on a note, and you can do the Venmo. And then last but not least, 2 parties booked from your party gets you another half price item. You guys, this is huge. She can take the coupons and use them anytime during the year. But when she invites 15 people and something happens and only 5 people come, you're going to be able to say, Joe, I think that you could easily invite the ladies that missed out, the ones who couldn't come. And I could let you be one of the 2 parties if you schedule another party for those that missed out. What would work for you? So she can be one of the future parties, so she's closer to another half-priced item. Now, ladies, let me ask you something. When you get comfortable paying half-priced, do you like to go back to paying full-priced? No. And you've invited everybody. You have sold some products before the party even occurred. Do you start thinking to yourself, maybe I actually could do this? Your hostesses will always be the best recruits. And when you work full circle, you have somebody solid. You have somebody who will stay the course. Look around, friends. Look around. Look who is staying the course, who shows up week after week after week. I bet you, many of you were hostesses or you went to a party. I was not a hostess. I went to a party, but I saw. So this is at the website. On the back side is her list. It's also a script. I hope you will take a moment to look at this. The final thing is, when you are all said and done, you should use, it's not on this one, but I have another sheet of paper where I analyze. How did I do? How did I do with the overall attendance? How did I do with the overall bookings? How did I do with people booking their sharing appointment? How did I do with skincare sets? So you start to see where your strengths are. And that is also on the weekly accomplishment sheet, but this one goes a little bit more deep. So thank you, Joe.
And that self-evaluation, guys, is so important, because what we tend to do is go, well, she didn't buy because she had this, or they didn't come this, or I didn't say this because of. Quit making excuses. Just do the work. Now, one of the things I want to say about our last few videos is we've given you a lot of information super fast. And one of the things I recently heard from one of my personal team members is, you and Andrea, you just go, just rolls off your tongue, because we have practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. Okay. And just this morning on the news, somebody said, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? And they go, practice and practice and practice. But truly, it does take practice. And it's so much more fun to practice in front of friends and neighbors and coworkers than it is to practice on stuffed animals. Okay, real quick, I know we're in our second video, but I do want to give you guys the challenge. Continues to be all February, 3 new faces, 3 new marketing shares with your director. And of course, those of you who have finished MK University, that's awesome. But Andrea's throwing a little wrench in this week, okay? Both of us have all of our new limited edition products. Hers are prettier than mine. Mine are still in a tray. My red stiletto. I've got my eyeshadows on. I've got my purple liner. I've got my, I've got it all. And the bronzer, actually I have both bronzers on. I have the lighter bronzer here and then the darker bronzer here. I am looking so good. And my husband's traveling. That stinks. Okay. So anyway, anybody want to come over here and take me out? So I just want you to know, and that palette right there, you guys, let me tell you the best part about it. It doesn't show fingerprints.
Ooh.
It is so beautiful.
Nice.
So you guys, if you do this next challenge, you will get to pick one of those items from your director as your gift. So Andrea, tell them what the challenge is, because it ain't easy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, do you know anybody who is overworked, under-pampered, and totally overstressed? Well, you're going to want to get on the phone, because when you have 5 new appointments from now, they can't already be on your date book, from now until Wednesday midnight, your time, Wednesday midnight, you must text us or Fox or us, and you get to choose one of the new products just for you. So I'm really excited for you to get on the date book, get excited to totally pamper some of the women that you see in your life.
And you guys, this is a great incentive for you to get on the phone tonight. Start texting people. If it gets too late, put your phone on airplane mode. Send out or put the text messages in the morning, take it off airplane mode, and it'll send them out immediately. Because I don't know about you guys, but after we finish these videos, I cannot go to sleep. I drive my husband crazy. I drive my dogs crazy. So I want you guys to know 5 appointments is not that hard. It can be 5 facials. It can be 5 double facials. It can be 5 parties, whatever. Just tell your friends.
Sharing appointments.
Oh, yeah, sharing appointments. Just say, oh my gosh, my director did this 48-hour challenge and I just have to win. I have to win and I need your support. You know, is there any reason why we couldn't get together and get you on the date book? You don't have to hold the appointment by Wednesday. It just has to be booked. Okay? And I really want to encourage you guys, don't book more than 2 weeks out. If you have to, you know, there's people have life going on, that's fine. I always get that. But try to book it within 2 weeks, because those are the appointments that will really super duper hold. Okay. All right. We're excited, you guys. And we have a marketing call in like 3 minutes ago. So Alice, you got to confirm that for me, girl, and shoot me a text. But Andrea, thank you so much. You did an amazing job sharing tonight, as always. And I love being the wind beneath your wings. All right, you guys, have an awesome and amazing week. We can't wait to hear from y'all by Wednesday night. And as Zuma says, peace out. Bye, y'all.